All right.
Are we good?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh. Well, we just,
I was hoping you'd make another euphemism because
Oh, yeah. That's the word.
because I'm like, I bet there's people out there, maybe it'd be us one day, who'd be like, oh, I hear the euphemism, I know what episode it is.
That'd be crazy. That's going to be a crazy Hot Ones episode.
Yeah.
Where it's
I'll
like,
never guess it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I saw a Always Sunny one recently, it's like, oh, you hear the beginning of the episode before the title happens and whatever, it's like, oh, that's this, and then you like the title.
My favorite one of the Always Sunny episodes is when they're like, what are we, poor people? And it goes, the gang becomes poor.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of comedy, we're watching a comedy movie by the title Fall Guy.
This movie came out last year, which I'm surprised because I watched it last year on a plane. I didn't know they came out that quick on...
Was it 2023?
No, this is a 2024 movie.
Oh, because then I was about to be, it was 2 years ago, you bastard!
No, this is a 2024 movie. Ryan Gosling. Can't believe I was in this movie. Like,
what are you talking about? You're not.
I'm literally.
Welcome to Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa House. This movie is about. If you don't know what this movie's about, it's about a stunt double.
Caught in a double life.
Yeah. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
I do improv on this shit.
You do? Holy shit. God, this is the worst episode.
Really, the worst episode?
No, it's
we
not the
have
worst
two
episode.
unreleasable episodes that are now like lost on our Patreon.
God, I can't believe we did, what is it, Space Force or something?
Galaxy Quest.
We got both words wrong.
And then Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I know that one. This movie's new, but this movie's good, and it's a comedy movie, but it's also an action movie. You get like all the action you want in a comedic way. I gotta quit. You gotta replace me, John.
Is it like
John? You gotta replace me.
A Mr. Bean way? Like
No.
What is the one movie where Mr. Bean plays the agent? Isn't it? It's not Cody Banks.
It's definitely not Cody Banks. But I know what you're talking about.
It's like Mr. English or whatever.
Yeah.
Johnny English.
Johnny English.
That movie's great. I love when the guy is climbing down using like the side of the building, and then he just goes down to the other room.
I like when he goes to train with the monks for like a year, and then he trains getting kicked in the balls. It's the one time he does. It doesn't affect him.
Yeah.
In like the ski lift.
I mean, this is just a spoof, like how Cody Banks, Johnny English are just spoofs of like spy movies.
When's the last time you watched Cody Banks? Because that's a Disney Channel original, I'm pretty sure.
It would be like 2 years ago.
That guy, I think Cody Banks is...
He's Malcolm.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
I'm like, now that I can see his face and I know who he is, I'm pretty sure that's Malcolm in the Middle.
He's now like a racer. He like races cars. Are you okay?
I was going to say he's now a racist.
That would have been crazy. Yeah,
No.
Malcolm's now a racist. No, it's Malcolm.
No,
Malcolm. Now it's Malcolm Alright. Do you know what alright means? It means you're like... Alright.
No, it's my right side. It's mine. God damn it. Are we losing it?
No, this is just a comedy movie, so we're jokey. We've been listening to jokes for 2 hours.
You get... It's... Oh my gosh, I almost said Aquafina. It's not...
You can't say that when I'm about to think it.
You get... God, I can't remember her name for everything. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
She's in the movie for 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's in the movie for 5 minutes. She's the dog walker, and she knows like kung fu or something. No.
I said martial arts.
Okay.
That's okay.
But I feel like there's a lot of characters in the movie that don't do anything. Unfortunately, God, I've been saying his name all movie. Is it Mbappe?
Man-Ape from Black Panther.
Yeah.
He's also the dad in Us.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a crazy connection. I didn't realize that.
He's also...
I love Us. Us is so good.
He's in other things. I've seen him before.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We gotta watch some Jordan Peele movies.
Yeah.
They're good.
Us mansplain Nope to Logan Paul.
What did Logan Paul have to do?
So
with
Logan Paul, have you watched Nope?
Yeah.
Do you know the bike rider? The TMZ guy?
Oh, yeah.
Logan Paul was like, what is this bike rider doing? Like, why is he streaming? Like, and like, Logan Paul didn't understand that was meant to be, like, people like him. And then he's like, why does it keep on cutting to this, like, monkey? And it's like, dude, you just don't understand.
The monkey is the best part of the movie.
When I saw this movie, okay.
God, this is our Nope episode, I guess.
Yeah, time to talk about Nope for a second.
I've watched Us, and I've watched. I haven't watched Get Out, but I know the premise of it. But Nope is art. Nope is beautiful.
I went to go see it with coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
However, like I worked at this amusement park. We have a wide range of coworkers. My friend, his girlfriend was 17.
Mm-hmm.
He was 18, and I'm just like, well, like I'm going to see the movie. He was supposed to come see it with me, but like she couldn't get in, so he's like, I was just gonna take her home. And I'm like...
The main character is the guy from The Walking Dead.
He's not...
He is. The whole... So, it's his story of, like, he grew up on that TV show as a kid.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he's the main character.
I think he's the main character.
I would say the ranchers are the main characters.
Okay, but...
Because they're, like...
Yes, they have the most screen time. I don't think they're the main character. I think he is because he grew up on the TV show when they throw the monkey in, and then the monkey kills everyone, and he has that experience watching it through the veil of the tablecloth, and he's making eye contact with it, and he feels like he tames it. And so when he comes into contact with Jean Jacket, he feels like he can tame it again. And so he's like, he feeds it horses, he feeds it whatever, and eventually gets hungry enough to eat his crowd and whatever. I think the story's about him.
Well, it's the whole, he's looking at it. And like...
Yeah.
It's the whole...
But he makes eye contact with the monkey through the veil, so he's not looking at it.
Directly. And, what is it? There's the whole... When people are getting eaten inside, that's terrifying. I wish, hear me out, Horror Nights, make a Nope house.
How?
I would have the scene... So they already do...
With the kids and the masks and stuff?
Yeah, I would have
You can do that, yeah.
And then you could have, like, gusts of air happening. And then you can also have, like a very, like, tight hallway that looks like the inside of Jean Jacket.
I feel like if you do, because they have so many waiting rooms in like warehouses, you have the height to do it. If you could put a giant Jean Jacket up there,
that'd be crazy.
That'd be insane.
They also just have like scare actors of just random people sometimes in houses. Like
that's true.
You just have generic hobo, and like so.
But I feel like you could set like. Maybe this sucks for the actors. I don't know. I'm not a scare actor, but like suspending them in the air for however long, it's like them getting sucked up. So.
Have them be in bungee jumps.
Yeah,
and like they've done that before.
Really? For what house?
So they've done it in Dead Man's Pier, like towards the end when they're underwater. It looks like they're swimming.
That's really cool.
And then
what year was that? That
was my first year at the event, so it was 2020.
That was before I went then.
2022. And then they had it in the Hunchback of Notre Dame like the Paris house where he like falls down at people.
That's cool.
And like it was crazy.
That would get me because I'm not expecting that.
Yeah, because he's like up on a suspended platform, and then he's like Esmeralda because like Esmeralda's from the original play.
Yeah.
And he just like comes down at you.
So like the mirrors get me because the mirrors are hard to see in there, and the room full of like statues / mannequins, they get me.
I don't like.
I can't pick them out, but everywhere else I feel like I know where they're coming from. Sinister. No, was it Sinister? It was
Halloween.
No, the one with like the red curtains and
Insidious.
Insidious. That one got me. You just have a room full of red curtains. What do you want me to do?
My favorite thing was there was this house called Blood Moon 2 years ago.
That one was good.
And I just started like pointing at people. Yo! Yo! And like the person just would like blink.
That was my first year. So I went year after COVID, and so it was like I went during like daytime. I'm like, this is.
No, you can't go.
This is mid. And then I didn't go the year after, and then I went year of Blood Moon. I'm like, holy shit!
Like I'm a big Horror Nights guy. I would love to have just an episode, maybe for the podcast, where we just talk about theme parks for a solid 2 hours.
Maybe we do.
Maybe.
But are scare actors not just stunt doubles?
Here's the circle. We brought it back. I mean, sometimes they're doing stunts, but like, I feel like this movie depicts directors and actors as good guys, and then producers, agents as bad guys.
Well, that's another thing you said, and I wrote it down. Is like that like how poorly like actors and stuff treat their stunt doubles, and right after you said that, I went on my phone. I'm like, I'm gonna write this down because I don't want to forget it. Is Wolverine? Because Wolverine hasn't been on screen for a long time, but for Wolverine Deadpool, he used the same stunt double as he did for like the X-Men movies and stuff. Because I think they have a tight connection.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times when you are a stunt double, you're the same stunt double for like either a certain amount of actors or just one actor.
I mean, you have to look like them to an extent. They do the whole deep fake and stuff here, but that's not. I don't think that's a thing. They maybe touch it up in After Effects.
You have to be at least, I believe it, an inch within their height.
Yeah.
And, like, you have to maintain their weight. But like most of the time, you don't have to look directly like somebody.
No, I mean you put a wig and a beard or something on someone. It's like you look enough like them. But yeah, height is a huge thing. Build is a huge thing.
It's the whole movie magic. Now, like one of the things the great Harrison Ford said to Mark Hamill during the trash compactor scene was Mark Hamill was like, "Hey, shouldn't we we're in a trash compactor? Shouldn't we have like a bunch of like trash in our hair?" And Harrison Ford goes, "It's not that kind of movie, kid." And he's like, "If they're looking at our hair, they're not looking at the right stuff."
Mm-hmm.
And so like
I think that's a huge difference between them. Is like because Indiana Jones had come out at that point, right?
Yeah, Indiana Jones predates Star Wars.
Yeah, so like Harrison Ford knew what it was to be in a movie. Like Indiana Jones was successful, but that was like Mark Hamill's one of his first.
I believe that was his first.
Which is crazy
because like I know the big thing was Harrison Ford was the biggest name in that movie.
Yeah.
Besides James Earl Jones, which I believe.
Which feels crazy to make Han Solo your big name.
Exorcist 2 came out a year before Star Wars.
James Earl Jones is an exorcist?
He's an Exorcist 2 because he plays this African chief that gives Pazuzu its name. That's how we get the name Pazuzu in The Exorcist, is James Earl Jones is like Pazuzu. And like, he plays like an African witch doctor.
That's so cool.
And he was like, he wasn't known as the voice of Star Wars yet.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if...
Well, he still had like Mufasa and stuff.
But that's 1990s.
That's later.
That's later.
Oh, because 1977 is Star Wars.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Was it Exorcist is like 1971, Exorcist 2 would be 1975.
Wow.
Don't give me Exorcist 2 facts.
That's all I have written down. I'm sorry. I played you like a card.
But, I mean, like, the whole production with, like, you see the tents in the background, you see, like, how many, like, people it takes to make a film.
Yeah, and I'm like, I was talking to you about this, I'm like, you have the terrible effects of Metal Storm or whatever, but, like, you're not going to throw good effects into a movie that's not about those effects. But you're setting up, like, director shots and producer shots and whatever in front of your own director and producer shots. You have cameramen and, like, behind the stage people in front of your actual... But then towards the end of the movie, I'm like, I wonder if those are the actual people collecting sound and shots and stuff. They probably are. I wonder if they just had another stray camera every once in a while shooting the behind the scenes shot.
I wonder for, like, the, like, behind the scenes, like, if they have it on their DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they have, like, oh, this is, like, the shot that we got used in the film.
Yeah.
And here's the camera, and it's, like, just right next to the other camera.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think this movie does a good job at portraying a production.
That's another... I wrote this down as well, is that the... if this was a real movie, the documentary of this would go crazy.
Because you would have a trial.
Yeah.
You would be like...
If what we're saying is, if Metal Storm was real, and Metal Storm came out with actors and everything, the documentary on making Metal Storm would be crazy.
There would be some guy in like a like lighting union and be like, yeah, and then one day the police were on set and they were taking away our lead star and they're like, hey, we gotta arrest this guy, good luck with your movie. And then they left and then we were just unemployed for 2 weeks and then Jason Momoa came
Yeah, the main actor left for a little bit. And the second his stunt double got condemned, he came back.
Yeah.
And then just Momo came.
There's just a temp that's just like, but I really enjoyed you in the Minecraft movie. I mean, what up? Sydney being the city, I mean, I'm not very that...
I'm fine with them shooting in Australia. I just feel like them shooting from the Sydney Opera House is a choice.
Give me more spiders.
It's not a spider movie,
but
it's a space movie.
You have to prove that you're in Australia.
I think that was the Sydney Opera House shot.
You have to just show me at least one spider not being where it should be.
There's no point shooting there if you're going to green screen everything anyways. Yeah. I think it was, that was the shot for this movie and not... I don't know, it felt unimmersive because they like covered the steps of the Sydney Opera House in sand.
Yeah. My fun fact is actually
I don't know.
None of these scenes take place in Sydney.
Really?
Wouldn't that be crazy?
They built the Sydney Opera House.
I would say, no, because I would just say it's just a random place in Oregon that looks exactly like the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
But then I would throw like in like the most outrageous.
We haven't announced our beer. We're drinking Wicked Weed Brewing Penny?
Pernicious.
Purdy? Pernicious IPA? Yeah, I'm not reading all that.
This hop delivery vehicle is crafted to... Do you mean a fucking can?
Hop delivery vehicle?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start at. The drinkability and clean finish of Pernicious will lead you to never look at IPAs the same way again.
Do we need to start... Because I guess we announced last episode that we're doing disclaimers.
7.3?
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink wicked weed and drive.
Enjoy.
Don't drive under the influence.
My code is 53340000816.
Good job.
Yeah.
I could go into some questions.
Okay.
I got a question for you. Number 1.
What is the...
Stunt women usually take more hits than stunt men.
I would say yes.
Okay. Do you have a reason for saying yes? Or?
I don't know, because I feel like men will take more risks and be like, no, I want to be in the scene.
So that makes stunt women take more hits?
Does this mean punches, or is it like actual stunts?
Let's say I'll rephrase it. Stunt women take more damage than stunt men.
Is this like out of 3? Like, which ones are true? Are these stunt?
One of the 3 of these is true.
Okay.
This is number 1.
One of the 3?
One of the 3 of what I'm going to say is true, yeah.
Okay.
This is two truths and a lie, John. This is your
so one is true.
One of the 3 things I'm going to say is true.
So 2 are false.
2. Yes.
Okay.
No. No. 1 is false. 2 of these things are true.
So you're doing 2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie. Yes.
2 of these are real.
This is your oldest bit, John.
These are stuff.
Yes.
Well, you're rephrasing
I'm
it
so
and
sorry.
going like, one of these is true.
I'm sorry. I said it wrong. 2 of these are true. 1 of these is false.
Okay. So these are stuntman facts.
Yes, these are stuntman facts.
Stunt women facts too. I hear you.
Stunt women usually take more damage than stunt men.
No, I believe that.
Okay. Number 2. Stunt actors usually spend about a minute on fire before they get put out to get the scene right.
I think so. I know they cover themselves with jelly, and then I don't think that one's real, because I think I know the amount of time that a person has caught on fire, and like getting up there is about like 3 minutes is very high.
Yeah.
And I think somebody has gotten like...
I know the record as well. I don't know if that's pretty weird.
Yeah, I know, like... I know a decent record because, like... what is it? Nightmare on Elm Street, they had the record for the longest time.
When? Oh,
the original.
Like the mom or like whatever.
No, when he... So this is a movie that we watched.
Yeah.
When he goes up the stairs and then falls back down the stairs.
Oh.
He's still on fire that entire time.
Is that the movie that holds the record?
It used to be.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's been beaten because it's in the 80s.
Yeah.
Or 70s, I think. But that movie was... So I think a minute is pushing it because, like... I don't know if that's the average, but I think that's more... the 50 percentile.
Mm-hmm. And I got number 3, a stunt double performing The Sword and the Sorcerer.
I never watched that movie.
Died performing an 80-foot fall.
Number 2's false.
Number 2 is false.
Yeah.
The average is about 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
A minute is long. I do know the record is, because I looked it up right after you said it. And then you said you were going to do the bit where the records of stuntmen. So I looked this up before you said that. Was 5 minutes and 41 seconds on fire.
Yeah, I think.
So a long time.
I'm trying to think if did they say the movie?
It didn't say the movie, so I don't know what movie it's from.
So it's not.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Because he's on for 2.5, I think.
Which is still a long time.
Because what is it
30 seconds is a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing a full body burn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And they do slather you up. You have about 5 layers of clothing on.
Mm-hmm.
They slather you up your skin, and then they put the first layer on, and then they slather you up again.
Mm-hmm.
Second layer.
Yeah.
And
because they're gonna make as many layers as possible, so you have the time to burn it before you.
If you're ever watching YouTube, besides this channel, which is very high.
Hopefully you're not.
Please listen to us. But go look up Corridor Crew. They do Stuntman React, and they go full def into it. It's a lot of VFX stuff. They do stuntman reacts, VFX artists react. I think it's like
I think I'm gonna watch this. Yeah.
yeah, but like they do like a lot of cool stuff. They even like produce a lot of cool stuff. They did like VFX D&D, which is a cool like when their group plays D&D and they do like visual effects.
Speaking of D&D, go check out Tales of the Grimoire. Anyways.
Yeah, we do that too.
We do that as well.
One of our highest successful videos.
And it might be like number 3.
Yeah, I think it's Willow at 2.
Yeah.
And then, well, speaking of most successful.
Is that better? Is that better this time?
That was better. But
what else we got?
I'll do the records right now.
Okay.
So I have 3 numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go in order, and your goal is to guess what record this like number is. It's also given a unit.
Do I get like?
I'll give you a name.
You give me 3 numbers, and you give me like fall time, Sunday time, and.
No, this is gonna be one number. The unit of measurement it is.
Okay, and I have to guess the.
You have to guess like what it's for.
Okay.
I will give you a name.
This is fun. I like this.
159.52 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
This is set by Johnny Davies.
Okay. 159 miles an hour.
Shout out Johnny J. Because I wanted to include everybody's name.
Yeah.
Because like some of them, the names weren't listed, so I'm like, I have to look up who this is.
Yeah.
What's the record?
Do I not get all 3 at once?
No, this is like, you have to guess like,
okay.
Oh, like take a guess at what this is.
He, 159 miles an hour. Did he run that fast?
No. Fuck.
No, this guy's not the Flash. I don't know how fast you can be shot out of a cannon. That's where my brain goes immediately. You're not surviving a 159 mile an hour car crash. You're not. Damn, I might have to go with cannon shot. Because I don't know what else he could have done that hits that speed.
Think vehicles.
It is vehicles.
Vehicles. See, now I'll help you out. Try to...
I don't want to go car crash. I feel like you're not surviving a 160 mile an hour car crash.
You're not far.
I'm not far.
Think more mistakes on vehicles.
Mistakes on view? You've lost me.
Okay. This is the fastest speed dragged behind a motorcycle.
That's crazy.
Wild.
160 miles an hour?
Yeah. Just about. I don't know if these
I didn't know motorcycles could go that fast.
Motorcycles can. Have you ever seen the, like, I drive Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And
wow.
but like motorcycles piss me off because they'll just like bob and weave without traffic.
Yeah.
And like cops will even sometimes be like, if you see a kid on a, like a person on a crotch rocket,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yeah, I can't catch up with them.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing I can do.
No, motorcycles piss me off. I did valet. I think I've said that. I almost got hit by a car while driving someone else's car, by a motorcycle, and he cursed at me and like whatever. Calm down.
Okay, next you know, man.
Yeah, no.
Shout out Johnny Davis.
I never would have gotten that by Johnny Davis.
This is 57.21 seconds, set by Paul Swift.
57 seconds. That's not breath holding. I know people can hold their breath longer than 57 seconds. And I already disproved that with fire.
Because like 3 minutes is very...
Yeah. 57 seconds. God, I really don't know where to go because we have not talked a lot about...
Think cars.
Think cars again. Was he run over by cars for 57 seconds?
This one is very straightforward.
He was in a car for 57 seconds. No one's ever beaten that record. I'm bad at this one. I don't know.
This is the fastest time to complete 5 car stunts.
What?
So, like, I believe it's like do a rollover. That would probably be the last one.
Yeah.
And then, like...
So do a jump, do a rollover.
Yeah.
It's 2. Maybe, like, the 2 wheels one.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else. Donuts?
Yeah, maybe
does that count?
Maybe a drift.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, like, the way they, like, fake car drives and, like, make things look closer? Like, they just edit a truck in?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's cool.
I love car chase edits because, and I pointed out in this movie, is they show the shot earlier with the truck that Colt drives. They show the one that he's driving, and they show the one that has the like the cage on top. And when they're doing the car chase scene with the dumpster truck, you can either see the driver's seat or you can see the top of the car. And I think that's really interesting because you get both cars in that scene where one person is driving on top of the car, they're controlling it, and Colt is in the driver's seat, or you get the top of the car and you can't see the driver. I think that's interesting, and you get both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready for this one?
No, because I've sucked at these last 2.
120 feet 8 inches from Erica LeMay. Think Horror Nights Nocturnal Circus for this one.
Is it like raised up into the air by, or dropped a certain feet?
You're on the right track with thinking that.
It's a height. It's a height.
It's a height.
But so when I think it raised by her hair is what she was, but I don't think it's that specific.
No.
I want to say dropped 120 feet.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So highest suspended aerial silk-free roll while blindfolded.
Oh my god!
So you know when people like go up in the air holding the like silk rope?
And they like roll down the...
Yeah, she did that 120 feet, 8 inches.
Blindfolded.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
Shout out Horror Nights again for that.
We love you, Hollywood Horror Nights.
I love you guys. Please give me free tickets.
They're not going to do that.
But like,
we can pray.
Wouldn't it be funny? What is it? Influencer tickets?
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, we're medium.
Hey, we got like, what, 9 months to get there?
Yeah. Guys, please get us to 500. We're out.
40 times 9 was I should know that.
40 times 9, 3,600.
Plus we're 170 already. 530! We got 530 by Hollywood Horror Nights!
Guys, please! I think we'll just go into fun facts now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I respect stunt actors. I believe, like, what they do is probably makes the movie magic.
I'm like, I think this would be fun. Like, I think I would enjoy...
You just took the privilege of just sitting back and like, yeah, I would love to do that. You guys got that.
You guys go make the movie, I'll get hit by a car. It heals.
This guy almost died in the very
So
first...
someone laughs behind the scene, and yeah, it's the very first scene. Yeah, someone laughs, and you gotta get hit by a car again.
So number 1,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the cameras used on screen were the cameras used throughout the production for other shots.
Okay. That's what I was say, the whole movie.
Number 2, Ryan Gosling has a fear of heights, but still did the 150-foot fall at the beginning of the movie.
Nah.
Number 3, Ryan Gosling had 8 stunt doubles.
Yeah, no, I believe that one. I don't think he did a 150-foot fall. It's a 150-foot fall! What if he actually had broke his back?
Hey,
it's fake.
Hey everyone, Ryan's back to getting things wrong.
Oh my god.
Number 1 was the fake fun fact.
What was that one again?
A lot of cameras seen on screen.
You suck. He did that himself?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was like number 2, and I'm like, I gotta add that one in. I mean, but
That's
what
a
is
crazy stunt.
Yeah, and I mean, he had 8 other stunt doubles, and he was like, I mean, it really sucks because you have to be like the camera's right on him, and it's like.
I mean, it is immediately, but you can.
You can do a quick change when his hand goes like that.
Yeah.
And it's like.
There's ways to switch it.
Do you know how they do like quick switches in like movies?
I mean, I know how they do like out of camera quick switches. I think we talked about this for a second, like Texas switch or something, but not like probably what you're gonna say.
So like sometimes like they'll have people on set, and they'll be like, stay in that position, and they'll have people like this,
mm-hmm.
and then you'll wiggle yourself out, and then they'll still have their arms there, so you can go to the bathroom or do whatever, and then you just like wiggle yourself back in.
What?
Like, it is,
Who has to go pee during a scene? Like...
Well, because they're, like, shooting throughout the day.
Oh.
And they're like, no, we really like that take.
Yeah.
And then they'll bring the people in, and they'll flat out just be like, and then they'll be like, wiggle yourself out. And then
that's so weird.
And then the person will just, like, keep that position, and then just, like, once you're back in that position, they're back.
I feel like with the movement, it's hard to tell. I'm gonna look out for that now, because I think a lot of this movie, and I do like, that's something I like about this movie is the long takes. You get really long shots.
I think a lot of that is hidden.
What do you mean it's hidden?
So when you have a 360 camera degree,
mm-hmm.
and you have it rotating behind someone's head,
yeah,
that's a quick cut.
Really?
Like most of the time.
Have you seen Birdman with Michael Keaton?
I've seen clips. I haven't seen.
I think the whole movie is like maybe like three shots, which they probably do hidden stuff like that. I know they definitely do because they like will go behind a dark area and then it's like
yeah,
and they do stuff like that. But I couldn't get into the movie. I'm sorry, I did not like Birdman. I maybe got an hour into it. It was really boring. But the shots were really good because it's almost all one take, and then you can switch to a different character by like going down a hallway, or they come into the scene and you follow them instead of the person you've been following the whole time.
Do you know what anthology movies are?
Mm-hmm.
Anthology movies are like there are like 3 different stories happening throughout this entire film.
Yeah,
I'm a firm believer if you do an anthology movie, it should look like you have 3 takes in the movie. Like, everything should be very well connected because your hard takes should be when you're switching into a different story.
Yeah.
So, like, I believe Pulp Fiction, I haven't seen it.
I still want to see it. That's something we have to watch.
That's the Film Bro.
We haven't seen the generic Film Bro movies. We haven't seen American Psycho. We haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
I have never seen Godfather in my life.
I've never seen Godfather.
It insists upon itself.
We'll watch, maybe... Yeah, that's a full beer.
It's weird going.
IPA and regular beer's weird.
It feels like when you lift and then you put the like 25-pound weights on.
That's like the downset.
It's the downset on a beer because it's like that's water.
That's easy.
Have I told you?
But it gets its taste back. Oh my gosh! I unlocked vanilla today.
Crazy that you unlocked vanilla and Bush.
I hit my beer counter where I unlocked vanilla Bush Light. Like,
you know what I got to start doing? I have to start using your bathroom before I leave here.
Why?
Because for the past like 7. What?
Go ahead.
For the past like 7 times, I've been just taking pisses.
Yeah.
But I've been taking pisses like down your stairwell to the right.
What, you've been pissing outside?
Yeah. I was thinking about this like when I was Ubering today, and I'm just like,
that's someone's room.
No, because I do it on the corner, but not like not in public view.
Speaking of pisses.
Oh yeah, we have to say the number.
We're at a piss counter.
I mean, this proves our authenticity because we could just be like, oh, we didn't piss at all. And then people will question whether we drank or not. Which to that, I say,
guys,
look behind the camera.
I wouldn't.
No, there's beer.
Oh.
like, there's our beers over there.
No, I would never lie about pissing. We both pissed 3 times each during the movie.
Oh, during the movie.
During the movie. You pissed right before we started. So we're at a total of 7 right now. And that's where I'm going to cut it because I'm going to go piss right now.
So you come back and go, 8.
8.
Boom!
And now it's 8. Did you see Big Justice and...
they were at Disney.
They were at Disney. I'm like, oh my god! I'm missing out!
I wish I still had my pass.
Yeah.
But I'm in so much. Like, I need money.
Yeah. That's real. That's another thing I was going to say. Is I was watching this movie, and one of the scenes happened, I'm like, man, I miss Wipeout. Did you ever watch Wipeout?
Yeah, I watched Wipeout.
That was the best show of all
time. What was
time.
the third Big Red Ball's name?
I don't know. Was it Anthony?
No, I think it was like Ben or something.
Damn, I don't know. But Wipeout was great, and then I played like the Wii version, and they weren't as good.
Do you think Wipeout was the best ever competition on network television?
I can't diss Survivor as a Survivor fiend.
I mean,
Wipeout's a close second.
Season 2 of our Survivor may be coming up.
Do you know? I just I got it because I was logged into Shattered Moon, and Dead Meat came up. They did Dead Meat? What was it, Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Like, that's really funny.
They do the Royal Rumble. She goes into the game, Chelsea, who's the co-host. Shout out Dead Meat.
I love Dead Meat.
They don't need this.
They don't need a shout out.
But it would be great to actually meet them. If we met them, they would probably be like, yeah, you just copied our entire channel.
Yeah, we did. No, we did.
Yeah. But, like, it's not out of ill contempt. We love you.
I mean, I don't know what they do. I've only seen their Survivor video. I don't know what they do on a normal basis.
They got big off kill counts. So they, review a horror movie, but it's more like they tell you how many kills happen in a horror movie. And, I mean, it's a really good medium.
We haven't done that.
Yeah, like, we just give our honest thoughts of them.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know what we'll do for drive-in movie part 2. Or episode
whatever comes out. I mean, that's hard for us to predict.
It might be Companion.
I would love to go see Companion. It looks good.
It's either that or sadly probably Captain America, which I don't want to see in theaters. I know that's the views. It's Captain America.
Yeah.
For content that we actually enjoy producing, it's Companion.
Yeah. I've seen good things about Companion.
Yeah.
The director's praising. I don't know the actress's name who plays.
Do you know the writer?
No.
You know what? Guess what Nickelodeon movie they wrote?
What's the... Oh, Swindle. You ever seen Swindle? I think it's Swindle.
The writer for Companion wrote Fred the movie.
Oh, God. I knew that. I knew that. I actually sent my girlfriend a video of that.
Apparently not.
Speaking of Nickelodeon, and going back to Stunt Doubles, Beck as the stunt double of Tori. Did you ever see that episode?
Yeah.
Love that episode when he jumps over the... Sorry, that's all I had to write about that one.
Nickelodeon had some quality TV made, even though it was made by horrible people.
Yes.
I hope...
That's the best way to put it.
I hope all the actors made financial gains off of the lawsuits that they...
But man, those shows were good.
Those shows were really good.
Yeah.
And it pains me to say, but I would rewatch those shows.
I know. I really want to watch like iCarly and Victorious.
But then it's like, no, now I know all the feet stuff that exists.
I know. Now I'm going to be looking for it. I'm like, I don't want to watch that then. That's all I got. That and The Lost Lands coming out soon with Dave Bautista is just Metal Storm. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for that. Go to any action movie coming out soon.
Also, like all the props that were made for like jokes in this movie
look good.
Really good.
The alien costumes look fantastic. I mean, you get the gun guitars or whatever. Those like.
But those are like made
those
for
are jokes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean like
the rest of it. Yeah.
They show a trailer and it like doesn't look half bad.
No. Looks like The Lost Lands.
Looks like The Lost Lands, and I'll never go see that movie.
No.
The only time I'll ever see that movie is, like, say if my kid brings it up to me 40 years from now.
See, this is what makes me sad, is like Dave Bautista's like, oh, well, I'm not going to do unserious roles, like I don't like playing Drax, I only want to do serious roles. And then you play in The Lost Lands? Really?
Because he's a serious character in that movie.
In Guardians of the Galaxy?
In Lost Lands.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I guess he doesn't want to be the joke.
I'd rather be the joke in a good movie than be a serious character in a bad movie.
Yeah. And I mean, like, everybody loves Drax. Everybody...
I love Drax.
Like...
I get how he probably got played up too much as the joke.
Yeah.
That's fine. But...
I think his story was supposed to be more fleshed out.
I wish it had been.
In the sequels, but then it's just all rocket raccoons.
I wish his had been played out more with in Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Because that was his story.
Yeah.
Was
that Ronan.
Yeah. Just like kills his family. They should have dived more into that. But it's their movie. If that had been the second movie and they had used a different villain for the first, he would have been a better character.
I will say, this is me talking to James Gunn directly. I understand when you're plotting a story with, say, 1, 2, get 5 people.
Yeah.
Say for like D&D, for example.
Oh wow, it's pretty hard.
It's very hard trying to make sure everybody's in the spotlight, especially like
making everyone feel important is hard.
When everybody has like very different backstories, you try to cross a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I think, especially this one, this is a little teaser. I am working on something right now that crosses 2 people's backstories together. An NPC and a playable character. And you guys are arriving there pretty shortly. In this video, very distant future.
Yeah. It's like a month from now.
Yeah, literally a month from.
Yeah.
Because we'll have 3 new episodes.
It is crazy how the timing of this goes, because we recorded that a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's
that's coming out a month from now.
We're set.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I have to say about the D&D podcast without getting political.
You're going to get political with it.
No, not political. Shattered Moon political.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God, I don't know what else to say about this.
I mean, I have a guess the budget.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I have 2 movies, both starring.
And you got questions.
And questions. Yeah. I have 1 question.
I forgot you carry this podcast.
All the podcast.
You're going through! Ryan has nothing prepared!
What did you say it to me, or did you text it to me when we were looking at the banner for the YouTube channel? It goes, looks like you have to drive.
I texted it to you.
And I go, don't even put that on my plate right now, Ryan. This is as I'm writing D&D stuff.
I thought you were saying the time I texted you, like, I forgot I do nothing for this podcast.
No, this was when you were like, oh, looks like you have to add the planet to...
oh, that was in person for driving movies.
Because one of the text messages you sent me, I was literally writing down 20 venomous chickens.
Hey, John, can you... Like,
and I'm like...
And you text me today, have you edited 3 beers yet? I'm like... I was literally just about to take a nap, but I guessed. And then I had to listen to the whole thing again to double check I wasn't on a war crime.
I was like, please, Ryan. Because, like, that's when I just got done doing Uber for the 3rd time I brought up Uber. But...
do you know this guy does Uber?
But it's just like... I don't know. I respect everything you do. And
hey, put it there.
Put it there.
Hey, wait. Put it there.
Wait, what? What did you...
Make sure the camera can see
it. See, Ryan is not indentured. He does this under his own free will.
Uh-huh.
I bring creative DMing to the table. and Ryan helps edit. Like,
hey, I give them ideas. I just throw them out there. And
I just love storytelling. Yeah. It's really fun.
It is. And that's why I want to get into movies, and I want to get more into D&D and stuff. Storytelling. I think is one of the best mediums. I mean, there's mediums for storytelling.
It's one of the oldest mediums.
But you get like word of mouth, which I think is what we're doing now. You get, like, I don't know how to classify D&D as like, it's not word of mouth, it's not whatever.
I would say interactive entertainment.
Interactive. And then you get movies, which is like plays and stuff like that. It's been around for forever, and like even though you have the hero's tale or whatever, you still get different stories every time, and I love that.
Yeah, and I think, what is it, talking about AI, because they use 3D generation in this movie. That was, sorry, the circle.
Oh.
that was better that time.
Oh, good. Thank you, Thanos. No.
But like the whole like AI is like, oh, when you write a script, you'll just get Star Wars, but this time it will be cowboys.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of what you see in this movie. Like this would be.
It's not wrong. I mean, that's what Harry Potter and Star Wars is.
Yeah, it's very similar.
But I don't watch the two and think, dang, this is just Star Wars but with wizards. You flavor the world and you flavor the characters enough to where it's completely different.
Yeah, and I mean, you have Hunger Games as well.
Yeah.
And Hunger Games is very similar because Haymitch is the old guy in that.
Mm-hmm.
And Darth Vader is President Snow.
Yeah.
Or, like, it would be more Darth Sidious.
Yeah.
Darth Vader would be, like, Kato in that instance.
Yeah.
Because Kato is more of a threat. But you have all these hero journeys. And I think there's, like, 13 plot points in the hero's journey tale.
I think Hero's Journey is one of the 13. I think there's 13 total stories
that you can actually tell.
Yeah.
And I mean, what was it? When I was writing my book.
How was that? I meant to ask you.
I have the prologue pretty set up. I wanted to like.
Of which one? You got like 3 books going on.
So there's the high fantasy book.
Mm-hmm.
I have the first 3 books outlined.
Yeah.
For like the story that I want there. There's the Alien book, which I'll talk to you after this about, because I'm between 2 stories right now that I want to like discuss with that, and then there's Nightmare Machine, which is like my horror.
I like that one. That one's good.
Because like, I believe what I want to do for a lot of these is turn at least my horror ones and like the one about the afterlife into like short stories, and then like build upon them there, and then like the one about the afterlife can be a short that we do.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just very like in the works. Like I haven't really had the time with my job and me just being lazy and having 2 podcasts.
That's real.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm probably going to start getting into it now that I have a little bit of time on the side, and especially this week because like we recorded this today.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I've been trapped in February 2nd, and this is my 14th time doing this podcast.
This is being recorded on Groundhog's Day. 6 more weeks of winter. Damn.
Wait, is that what it was?
That's what he said. And like,
also shout out my brother. Happy birthday.
Wow. Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He went to Groundhog Day for his 13th birthday. And then I had a cool groundhog coin that I can't remember.
Can't believe it's shot in like knob snob or something.
Yeah. Fuck, I forget it's like something like
something prolific.
Yeah.
I know I looked it up earlier. Wow. No, I'm not gonna find it, I guess, on here. It's knob something.
But I mean, like the movie that it takes place in, I believe that's not actually Puxatawny. Because Puxatawny is this town like right outside of Pittsburgh, and they show the
I can't find it. It's Knob something, but I'm not gonna keep looking it up.
But
It's been too long.
it's like Nobbler's Glen or something like that.
Yeah.
But that is like in the woods, far away from the town. I believe some shots in the town are the actual town, but
For the movie.
For the movie.
Yeah.
And but the actual thing takes place at this like, it would be in the middle of the woods, but it's like this fairground without any stands. I believe there's like 2 or 3 food trucks, but there's not like a lot there.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I never went. I hear it's a terrible experience because you're in Pennsylvania in the freezing cold.
In February,
where he's about to tell you that you have 6 more weeks of winter.
That's what I'm saying. I grew up in Florida my whole life, like wanting winter and wanting whatever. And it's been cold recently. I get like, cold is nice, but the fact that the heat is coming back, I love it.
Do you know the biggest bullshit ever?
I think I'm a heat man. I'm the heat miser.
Do you know if you don't shovel your own sidewalk, you can get sued?
What?
So like
up north?
Yeah, so if you have like a sidewalk in front of your house,
mm-hmm.
and you live like in town, it's not the city's responsibility to make sure that sidewalk is clear. It's your responsibility.
Interesting.
So like if you don't go out and shovel your own sidewalk and somebody slips and falls, they sue you, not the city. Funny Pennsylvania thing.
Don't walk on that icy sidewalk. I don't know.
I think
I guess it's your property, so it's, yeah.
I mean, the highest snow I ever seen was, I believe, 2 feet. 2 feet. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Walking a mile to my school bus was wild. Also, I didn't own long pants growing up.
I can't believe that's true. I mean, I've seen you wear long pants once, and that's when you were Zarias
and the rap video. You can see me.
Are you wearing long pants in that?
I'm wearing long pants in the rap video.
I didn't notice that.
Because it was the cold week.
Yeah, it was the cold week.
And
this is why I had to wear the 2-layer like short sleeve shirt over the long sleeve shirt.
I told everyone back home when I came down to UCF, I would never buy a black shirt because black shirts like make you hotter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm gonna be living in Florida.
This week we're 90% of the time.
Yeah, and it's just
or a navy blue shirt.
I think now if I went back up to Pennsylvania, I would be an absolute bitch. I would be like 5 coats in.
Yeah,
and just be like, yeah, I can't do this.
No.
Yeah, even though like back when I was up there living there casually.
Yeah.
I wore shorts to school.
That's crazy.
My teachers pulled me into the office and go, John, is everything okay at home? I'm like, yeah, what? Like, and they're like, John, we noticed you don't have any like long pants. And I go, yeah, it's because I wake up and I put these on. And they're like, are you sure? Like, and it's like I'm a football player, and I'm like, it's what I wear at football. Like,
true, yeah.
Because like people like see football pants and they're like, those are long pants, and it's like football pants only
go above to the knee.
Yeah, because they hold your knee pads.
Yeah.
Everything else is sock.
Yeah.
So like, and you're a lineman, you're not wearing long socks. You're wearing like socks that go up to your ankle.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, yeah, it's what I would be wearing in football weather.
What do you got for the rating of this movie, John?
I mean, we still have guessed the budget.
Holy shit, we guessed the budget and questions?
Yeah. I mean, one question.
Am I getting ahead of myself?
I mean, you're trying to end the podcast.
I'm sorry.
I'm just talking here. I have 2 movies, both starring Ryan Gosling.
I thought we were out of material. I did? Okay. Before you get to it.
I swear to God.
No. I'm like, what can I add to my thing? I'm like, I know John does just guess the budget. What movie can I guess that he will put in here as the other guess the budget? I haven't looked at any of these up. But what movie has he been in recently? Ryan Gosling. Maybe I put myself in a corner here because I don't know anything he's been in recently.
Did you honestly look up?
No, I didn't look up anything. I'm like, but I know he's going to pick a movie around the same time, But now that you said Ryan Gosling,
I picked very similar. Like, what is it?
I'm going to say that you picked Blade Runner 2049.
I picked Barbie movie.
Damn it! And you said Ken too. I should have known.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
The entire time I'm just like, I'm just Ken.
Yeah. Damn it.
But it's very like when I try to do these, it's very either topic based or actor based.
Yeah.
Or just like if there's 3 people on the podcast, I add a third movie.
Yeah.
Just so people can't be like
Metagame.
Yeah, metagame. So I have Fall Guy and the Barbie movie.
Okay.
2 numbers I have are 125 million and 145 million.
God, those are so close too. Whew. I feel like the sets in Barbie were bigger, but you had more explosions here. I feel like they didn't. I feel like they had more names in Barbie as well. So I'm going Barbie 145 and this one 125.
Right, congrats.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Did you know John Cena did his like role for free in that movie?
I forgot he was the mermaid in that.
Yeah,
him and Dua Lipa.
Because he was filming Suicide Squad on the same lot.
That was the same time?
Yeah, because like.
I thought you were gonna say Jackpot. I'm like, oh, don't bring it up.
I would kill myself. Guys, don't watch Jackpot.
That's a bad episode. That's a bad movie.
That is our worst, I think, rated movie.
I think it is.
Because I rated that like a 0.93.
Yeah.
Would not wish that on my worst enemy. Shout out now.
Shout out your worst enemy?
Shout out my worst enemy.
That goes hard.
That'd be crazy. Like, if we actually had pool with subscribers, it's just like they...
I wish I was arch enemy. That
it would just be a wild experience. But yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What movie has the best stunts you ever seen?
You asked that question, my mind immediately goes to Indiana Jones Stuntacular, because I love that show. But I, like, none of the Indiana Jones... In fact, I lied. Is that Temple of Doom, the bridge shot...
Oh yeah, that...
was shot on 3 different locations.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I think you sent me. You either sent me it or like we're just so intertwined on TikTok.
That is so cool to me. It's like it was shot on location in whatever country they shot it in America and in London.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. I can't think of anything else that has like crazy shots.
Last Crusade has some really good shots. The boat scenes.
Yeah.
And then, what is it? There's the whole fire and rats in the catacombs.
Yeah.
I mean...
Which makes me think of Nosferatu. Willem Dafoe did an interview about how he loved working with the rats.
Because there's just like 1,000 of them.
He treats them like fellow actors. I'm like, that's so cute.
I think William Dafoe is the one actor that I would love to just like talk to.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he is very genuine with like how he... Well, I don't know how to phrase this. Like, how he approaches acting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if somebody's on a film with him, they are like equals.
To get into the mind of Green Goblin as well is crazy.
Twice.
Yeah.
Like, William Dafoe as an older Joker.
It's
Willem. I'm sorry. But him as an older Joker.
I would like it.
With a young Batman.
Yeah.
Would be kind of...
I think it'd be really good. I don't like the Barry Keoghan pick.
Batman Beyond? Question mark?
I haven't seen Batman Beyond. I don't know. I've never seen...
Oh, Mike!
Is that the
Dementor just came through the ceiling and just...
I've not seen a lot of Batman, like...
Animated?
Anything.
Oh my god. Batman Beyond.
So you like Barry Keoghan as the Joker?
Seeing him as Riddler would have been a better pick.
Instead of Paul Dano.
So Paul Dano, we got Zodiac Riddler.
Yeah.
With Barry Keoghan, we would have got Bowler Hat.
And
I mean, I like Paul Dano Shout out Paul Dano.
I like Paul Dano. I like Jim Carrey Riddler.
I
like Jim Carrey Riddler.
I grew up with Jim Carrey Riddler. However, Robin Williams Riddler would have been really good. Robin Williams Joker would have been really good.
To me, Riddler's silly and not Unabomber. Like,
Joker is evil Riddler. Riddler is less evil Joker.
Okay.
Because they're kind of the same.
They're very similar.
Jokes and riddles,
yeah,
kind of the same.
You put them together.
But like when I hear riddle, I hear game. When I hear jokes, I'm like, what's this guy got a buzzer on his head?
I forgot I did have a question for you.
Yeah.
I wrote this during the scene of the drug dealer where he takes the drugs. If you were to shave your head and get a head tattoo, because he has the leopard print.
I thought it was a haircut.
No, it's the leopard print tattoo on his head. What tattoo would you get?
If I got a head tattoo, it wouldn't be a skull. Because if it was a skull, I would want it to be like my actual like X-rayed skull on the outside.
That'd be kind of sick.
It would be pretty cool.
Cool. I just thought of my answer. I didn't have an answer for this before, but now I do. But
maybe Pac-Man.
Like the maze of Pac-Man?
No, just like the actual head of Pac-Man. Like right here on the eyes, and then it's just Waka Waka. But
I think I just thought of this. This goes back to my pirate core. I would shave my head, get a treasure map tattooed on my head, and then regrow my hair, and then leave clues that I have like the treasures on my like.
You're heading the right way.
You're heading the right way. Yeah. It's like, what does he mean? And then they shave my head and they find the treasure. Like after my body is dead, like looking for it. Like that's kind of sick.
So like when it decomposes, the treasure map just doesn't.
It's gone.
You better get my treasure quick.
Unless they tattoo it so quick or tattoo it so deep that it goes into my skull.
Which are you that dedicated?
Maybe. I think I might be.
Do you believe buried treasure actually exists?
Oh, 100%.
Because a firm part of me believes that it was just in order to keep, like, navies.
I think it does, but I think over the past 200-300 years, the place they buried it is completely different than what is mapped as. And so if you go to New Smyrna or you go anywhere in North Carolina and you go 100 yards out offshore and dig down, you probably find something. But shorelines are so different than they were at that time that you're not going to find anything if you dig on the shoreline. Like, erosion happens and stuff gets buried out farther than you think, or stuff gets thrown off ships. And
I think that's why I like Goonies. I like treasure hunts.
I love but you're not going to find anything on the shore. It's not going to happen. It's either inland or farther out to sea. I don't think you're going to find anything on the beach.
Yeah, anything on the beach is crazy.
Yeah.
You might see one tree with an X. Did you ever hear Edgar Allan Poe's one short story?
Mm-mm.
So it's like, I wish I knew it off the top of my head, but once I see the...
While you're looking that up, I did go to Key West one time, and my sister and I found a green glass bottle, and there was a scroll in it, and we pulled it out. It was like a treasure map. I'm sure some parents put it in there for their kid, and we might have found it before the kids did. Because my parents did not know what it was, and no, we didn't find any treasure, so my parents did not set it up. I'm not still in denial. But we never found it. And I'm so sad, because that was the one time we found a treasure map. And I was so happy.
So I remember this story as being called the Gold Bug, or the Golden Scarab. But it's really called the Gold Bug.
Mm.
And it's about this poverty-stricken man, and he's living on the island of, like, in South Carolina. And very important, South Carolina, to Edgar Allan Poe fans. He was actually on the fort.
It's a drawbridge!
But he was actually on the fort during the Civil War.
Oh.
In South Carolina. Very cool ghost tour that you can take in South Carolina. Very cool stories. First ever serial killer woman.
Oh.
Lavinia.
Yeah, I hear a lot of those.
Yeah. But she basically on her deathbed her at the gallows was like, does anybody have any messages for the devil? Because I'll give them to him. And it's like, baller move.
Yeah.
Like, I just imagine, like, back in the day, like, people didn't talk, like, old-timey. It's just like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Damn, shit, let's go.
But the gold bug was, they had the servant, and the servant was a slave, basically. And they had to drop this one golden bug down this golden skull in a tree through the left eye. And then one of the important parts of this story is that when he came back down and they started digging, the bug landed in this place, they started digging there, and there was nothing. And then they go to the servant, which hand is your left hand? And he motioned with his right. And it's like, oh, he dropped it down the wrong eye hole. And then they dropped it again, found the treasure, and then it was, like, cursed, I believe.
That's kind of cool.
But it was just, like, a cool little, like it probably wasn't the best depiction of, like, indenture, probably not indentured servitude. Servitude back then, especially in the South Carolinas, but I mean, very cool stories happened in this.
I need to read more Edgar Allan Poe because there's like I really enjoy like mystery thriller.
It's very macabre. Like it's a very uneasy thing when you read his books because
the
cast of Monticello is really good.
The one I know is like the heart beating in the floor.
Telltale Heart.
That one's good.
And like he depicts people going insane very, very well.
Yeah. And
I think that's very like it's a very good depiction of what he was towards the closer end of his life.
Probably, yeah.
Because I think he died.
You don't just write that based off imagination.
Like, he died in an alleyway by himself in the middle of Baltimore. And it's just like, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah, and here's something I'm like so curious on. This is totally off topic of everything we've talked about is imagination as a whole. We should, if we watch Imaginary as a movie, then we could talk about this.
Which we never will.
No, we're never watching Imaginary again. Is the idea of making stuff up, of like dreams you have, you see the faces that you've seen in real life, or you see stuff that you have experienced or have talked about and stuff. Rarely do people now come up with something that is original, I think, but at some point someone had to, or else it wouldn't exist.
Have you ever heard Stephen King's like ideas on like imagination? So whenever Stephen King is like, I want to write a book about this thing, and then he like starts writing it, and he's like, I'm not sure if this is going to be like what's for me.
Yes, I have heard this.
And then he's like, I'll leave it alone. And like the way he thinks about it is like, that idea is now out there.
Yes. Somebody
else will take that idea, do something very similar to what he was going to do,
but actually produce it.
But actually
better than he would have.
Yeah. And it's a very respectful like, I had that idea, but you actually like came.
You did something with it.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's a very beautiful idea web almost.
Yeah.
Of like just things occur that everybody sees because there's, what is it, 7 trillion people on this planet.
It's like 8 billion.
8 billion. Sorry, I went one more.
Well, I mean, over the course of humanity, probably around that number,
And of course, ideas are going to repeat just the same way. Like, I hate to say it, but genetics, faces repeat as well. That's the whole idea. Like,
people look the same. It's like they live forever. It's like no, it's just
it's just like
not everyone can look different.
Oh, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Like I think right now, like statistically, there are 7 people in the world that look exactly like you.
Oh yeah.
And because there's only so many ways like a nose can look, and there's only so many ways a head shape can be, and I I believe the statistical probability of somebody looking the same.
It's like making a me.
God's just playing Sims with us. Where's this ladder?
I'm stuck in the pool.
Help me! Help me! But yeah, I think. What was it? What movie has the? See, we said.
I have no idea.
I believe there's so many beautiful movies. So many. I see it more in horror movies where I can see the stunts happening and the like slashes, the like people getting flung in the air.
I mean, I don't think that's stunt doubles. I mean, I've seen like the comparison of intro to, I think, Scream to Scream 4 is Scream when Ghostface like stabs.
She gets stabbed for real. Or she stabs them with the umbrella.
No, it's because it's what is it? Drew Barrymore in the beginning.
Yeah.
He stabs her, but he covers it with his hand and he turns her with the prop knife or whatever. But I think it's Scream 4 is like he just stabs her and like keeps it like front to camera, and you can just see the knife just like collapse into itself. It's like that just looks terrible.
What was it? Digital knife in the.
No. They just keep the actual prop knife. It's like that just you can see it collapsing into itself, and there's no blood and whatever. But in the first one, they actually used camera shots because they had to. They had to rely on that for realism, and I'm like, I like that.
It's good. I like movie magic.
I like movie magic. They don't do it that much anymore.
There's a reason where it exists.
Exactly.
Like I don't care if this movie cost $145 million to make. Just make it look good.
Make it look good.
Yeah. You don't need all these high fancy actors to sell a movie.
No.
Even though that's what trends and financial trends tell you to do.
Unfortunately, and I think I've talked about this in a previous episode. I think I've fallen for that because I was like scrolling through movies coming out recently. I'm like, sequel. I don't care about that. And I saw original. I'm like, boring. And I kept. So I'm like, damn. Fell for it.
I really want to go see, was it Spectre? The new movie that's like a first person from a ghost point of view.
Oh, yeah, you sent that.
That movie looks
that one looks good.
It looks fun.
And they kept the cameras away from the actors. They shot it at such a distance that it's like...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They shot it at a distance to where they're not up close and personal with the cameras, so they're actually almost experiencing what it's like to be in that.
I think being haunted in real life must be terrifying. Do you think, like, telling people, like, oh, no, I saw, like, this thing move by itself, and then them not believing you?
You gotta believe me.
Did I ever tell you what happened to my stepdad?
You told me the one going down the stairs and seeing someone, like, turn the lights on or something.
So this is in the same house.
Okay.
So, my Uncle Steve, he was working on his computer downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he had his charger set into his laptop, and it's this laptop, but
mm-hmm.
like a lesser model, and so it's being charged out of nowhere. The charger just shoots out, and then he goes, okay, packs up his laptop and just leaves.
Yeah, no, that yeah,
and it's just like, yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the feeling that like after you leave a house that somebody's in the backseat?
Like when I get in my car?
Yeah.
No.
So like my one aunt will like she says she's a medium. I don't know. But like she'll be at the point at like family reunions where she's like, I gotta go.
That is something I feel like I would always like. I always criticize movie characters for being like, you didn't check your backseat with a guy. No, I don't check my backseat every time I get in my car. If someone's in there, I'm dead. Like they got me.
Like my aunt will be like, no, somebody was in my backseat for like half of my car ride.
That just feels like Haunted Mansion. Like
yeah, like
they'll ride home with you.
Well, like when I used to drive by my ex-girlfriend's house,
mm-hmm.
I would take this back road that like had I told you about the crying wall, right?
Yeah.
So there's this, for all our audio and video listeners, I like telling ghost stories. They're fun. It's history. But there's this house in this water company, and it has this crying wall, and there's no pipes behind this wall, but somehow there's always water on it.
Mm-hmm.
So they call it the crying wall. And like I drive by this house every single time, and it's like usually only one or two cars, maybe just me on this road, and like there was this stagecoach accident.
Mm-hmm.
Where like sometimes people will say like, yeah, I heard horses galloping outside my window when I had it down, and so
It's the warehouse.
so like sometimes when you're driving, like do you know when you're going down a hill and you press your brake?
Yeah.
And you can kind of see the red glare in the like mirror.
What red glare?
So like when you press your brakes, there's red lights outside of your back of your car.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you like, holy fuck, is that the car seat or is that like somebody sitting in my back?
I don't get that.
Like, there's no hills down here. That's.
I mean, I live on a hill.
Yeah, but like, it's very different than when you're in like a town, because like I know where you live.
Yeah.
But like it's very different when you're on one of those types of, because like, again, done Uber. I've been by your house lately.
Whoa.
Like a street over, right?
That's crazy. Don't go over there.
Hello.
Hey, well, I'm in the neighborhood.
Thought I said, could you imagine if your parents just sent a picture to you and it's like John came over to it?
No. Fuck. It's pretty funny though.
But it's just like when you're by yourself on a road and it's just like, it's just you and like, if your car breaks down, I'm calling 911.
Yeah.
I'm not calling
AAA.
I'm not calling AAA. Hey, 911, I just hit a deer. That's literally what I'll say.
Yeah.
Where's the damage in your car? I swear I hit a deer. Could you imagine getting that 911 call?
I don't want to think about it, but also that's our concept of, hey guys, I don't know if you realize this, It Walks on All Fours
doesn't exist.
Not a real movie.
Doesn't exist.
John and I were like, shit, we gotta record, we have no beer, we have no movie.
No, that wasn't even it. We were just like, let's record.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a bonus episode.
Oh, that was a bonus episode. We were trying to get ahead on ours.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's not real.
I think we go into our rating.
If you know that now, then you stuck with us through this episode, and I appreciate you deserve to know it.
So,
beer, what you got?
I got 4.35.
That's high. That's pretty good.
I like it.
For an IPA, I actually enjoy it quite a bit. This is...
the can looks really nice.
It looks pretty cool. It looks like a...
Mushroom forest.
I have not been on...
Avatar.
Avatar, thank you.
I was...
Thank you for reading my mind.
I'm in the Navi River journey.
To me, this is better than The Child, but maybe that's because it wasn't hyped up for me. I watched the episode today. I'm like, damn, John hyped it up for me. But it's not that much higher. I'm still rating this below 4. This is like a 3 point. I gotta make sure it's above The Child. I don't know what I put The Child at. 3.73 is what I put The Child at. If I remember that. That's crazy. I'll put this 3.74. It's not that much better. I don't really like it that much. It's an IPA. I mean, IPAs get me. They're growing on me still. I remember at the beginning of our podcast, back in season 1, I'd be like, I'm never putting an IPA above a 3.
I hate IPA.
No, they're good. They're good.
Personal growth.
Character growth.
Personal growth, that's what
Huh? What is your movie at?
For movie?
We already have 10 listed. So...
I like
this is kicking something out.
We do have 10 listed.
I want to make sure that we do.
No, because last episode was
episode 10.
Yeah, because we were doing that today.
Yeah.
Releases last week.
Last week. Guys, come on. You know this already.
But a day from now, hopefully you guys.
So this is kicking something out of your last 10, and no matter where you put it, unless you put this at 11, Terminator's gone.
I'm okay with kicking Terminator.
Really? Okay.
So number 1 was.
This is 10. If you want me to tell you, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Hook, Parasite, It's What's Inside, Goonies, Creep, Dumb Money, Wolf Cop, Wizard of Oz, Mummy, Terminator.
This will go right between Creep and Wolf Cop.
You got Creep, Dumb Money, then Wolf Cop.
Yeah. Or wait, Creep, Dumb Money.
Then Wolf Cop.
This will go right ahead of Dumb Money.
Right ahead of Dumb Money. So this is your number 6 movie.
Yeah. I'm okay living with that. That's pretty good.
Fall Guy. Okay. That puts Terminator at number 11 and out of your top 10.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because Terminator's a classic.
Mm-hmm. I might be doing the same thing.
To Wizard of Oz, right?
Wizard of Oz is my number 10. That's out of my top 10. I don't think it ever stood a chance for me. What I have is It's What's Inside, Hook, Parasite, Dumb Money, Terminator, Goonies, Creep, Wolf Cop, The Mummy, Wizard of Oz. I think I put Wolf Cop too low. I think maybe our season finales, we go back over them.
And reorder.
Hey, here's my mistake. But it's what I'm stuck with for now. Terminator was good. But I really like this movie. But its story isn't great. This is my second time seeing this. I did see this before. I do like this more than Goonies? No, I don't. I'm putting this above Creep. This is gonna go at my number 7, so It's What's Inside, Hook, Parasite, Dumb Money, Terminator, Goonies, Fall Guy, Creep, Wolf Cop.
This will all just turn into us having the same list at the very end. I can't wait for it.
Is that where you just put it? No, you just put it under Creep and above Dumb Money.
Yeah, but I put it at like 6, you put it at 7. At the end when we do the
That's true.
At the end when we do the correction, it's gonna be, no, I think Hook should be 1.
No, I'm still sticking with It's What's Inside at 1. I think I gotta stick with that. That movie was fantastic. If you have not watched an episode or a movie, if you don't want to watch this and you want to go watch a movie instead, it's about the same length. Go watch It's What's Inside.
It's crazy how sometimes our reviews go longer than the movie.
Yeah.
Which I can understand.
Yeah.
We do go on tangents.
Yeah.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
No.
But I think that has been our episode.
That's it. That's what we got this week.
So with that, this has been 3 Beers and a Movie podcast. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for seeing us here. Hopefully you're checking out our other projects. And
yeah.
Yeah.
D&D episode this week. See ya.
See ya.